What's going on, guys? Wait, hold on, let me turn this down. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I have my AC on. Shit, sorry. I wasn't prepared to make this video, but guys, you know, yeah, Lone Driver Mike again, bringing you another video. Guys, in this video, we're gonna talk about just how to give good customer service. Now, you know, I had a problem this morning, and you know, it really irks me, especially when you go into the merchant and you're really nice, you're polite, you're having a good morning. Oh, my friend texts me. So, you know, you go in. I have a Caviar order. There's this Japanese place that works with Caviar, but I hardly get any orders from them. Most of my orders are on 16th Street. So this restaurant, I mean, I hardly go there. Usually if I get an order from there, it's usually at night. So I think this was the first time that I went there in the morning for the lunch shift. It was my first order for Caviar. I did take some Doordash orders before that, but yeah, I got that around 11, when was it? 11:30 or something, or 11:40? I don't know when I got it, but when I got there, and I walked in, I was nice, smiled, whatever. I told him, yeah, like, hey, Caviar order, this is the number. Automatically, he's like, it's not ready yet, 11:50 pickup. Not ready yet, 11:50 pickup, you're early, sit down. So he basically just gives me this attitude, and I'm just like, hold up, did I do anything to deserve this kind of treatment? This kind of disrespect, dude? I just showed up into your establishment 2 seconds ago. I tell you why I'm here. I'm like, I'm with Caviar, this is my order number, and he's just like, instantly like attitude, like, hey, look, order's not ready yet, you're too early, this and that, 11:50. So if you work for Caviar, there's a time. It'll say like, this is when it's supposed to be ready, and this is when it's supposed to be dropped off. Now, when it says that's when it's supposed to be ready, that's just a ballpark time, guys. Usually that'll be the latest when it's supposed to be ready. Now, if the restaurant's like slow and not that busy, it's supposed to be ready before that. So I was kind of like, okay, well, whatever. I mean, you don't have to give me an attitude, you know? I get it, you know, and he looked like the owner. So this dude has issues. I mean, really, I did not go in wanting to pick a fight. Honestly, I was just trying to get my first Caviar order. I was trying to hurry up, get it done with. The order wasn't ready. It took a long time. And not only that, the owner snapped attitude with me. So I reported it, you know, and then Caviar called. Oh, and then not only that, I had a Caviar representative. He didn't want to help me out. Well, the second guy helped me out. I never have issues with actual Caviar, the company, or support. They're always there for me if I have an issue. This particular time, I just got the wrong representative, and he basically said, well, we're in San Francisco, we can't help you. And I'm like, hold up, I have always came to you guys for support. If the order took too long, or if the merchant was rude or whatever, you guys always help me out. So I'm like, this is the first time I've heard this. I'm like, all the other Caviar representatives always help me out. They've always provided me a 5-star service. They're good with customer service. So I'm like, this is kind of strange, because this is the first time I heard this. So not only that, I'm having a hard time from the merchant, I'm having a hard time from Caviar. Well, this Caviar representative, not from Caviar themselves, but this representative. So I'm like, are you serious? So I'm like, what is going on, man? So then he actually finally calls the restaurant, and then I guess the dude told, I guess the representative told the owner, like, this, the Caviar courier, which is me, he's the one that's complaining about the order. So then the owner, once the order's finally done, he looks at me, he's like, dude, that wasn't cool. I'm like, wait a minute, what wasn't cool? What are you talking about? He's like, yeah, I just got off with the phone with Caviar. I told you 11:50. I said, dude, I came in here, you snapped attitude with me, and it's not even busy. He's like, dude, it takes time to prepare and this and that. I'm like, you know, and then finally I just dropped it. I said, you know what, dude, I'm just gonna drop it, because I don't like to fight. I'm here I'm here for the customer. That's it. I'm not here for your issues. If your ex-wife cheated on you, or your ex-wife is currently having an affair and you just found out, if you're going through a divorce, if she's trying to get you for child support, if she wants half the business, I don't really know. I mean, honestly, when you come to work, you need to leave those problems at home, especially if you're the owner of a restaurant. You need to set an example, right? And you're talking trash, this and that. Oh, Caviar, this and that. They're bugging us, this and that. Dude, you got 2 tables, right? 2 tables. It's supposed to be the lunch rush. Usually when you have a lunch rush, the restaurant's slam busy. Like, all the tables, when I see a lunch rush in the restaurant, it's busy. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't busy. There was 2. Oh, there's a Postmate, dude. There was 2, only 2 tables, guys. I don't know if you can hear me. I hope you can. Just turn the AC off. So there was 2 tables, right? 2 tables. One was already being helped. One already had their food. One was still waiting for their food. So I'm like, I am not being like impatient. I am like observing the situation. I observed the restaurant. Now, when you're a dasher or a courier or whatever company you work for, observe the restaurant. Like, if they're busy, I mean, you got to understand that. I mean, give them some kind of you got to understand. You got to be patient at that point. But when it's not busy, it's like, hold up, dude. It's not even busy. So he's like, I told you 11:50. You're being rude. You told on me. You got me in trouble. Dude, that's my job. And I said, I have to report any issues. He's like, oh, so the food not being ready early is an issue. And I'm like, no, dude, it wasn't ready yet. So I have to report it. It's got nothing to do with you. But as a matter of fact, you're giving me attitude for whatever reason. You know, you are supposed to set an example. You are the owner of a sushi restaurant, and I'm not going to name the restaurant because I don't like to create issues. But dude, if you're having marital problems, or if you just lost your son or your daughter, or if you're mad because your girlfriend left you, or your new girlfriend is wanting to leave you, I don't know, dude. I mean, you come into work and you... Actually, this reminds me of another issue. I'll talk about it maybe in the next video. I don't know if I'll have time. But yeah, basically, you know, when you go into work, it doesn't matter what job you do, guys. You need to treat the customer with respect, because you're going to get reported. I'm the type of guy that will go to your manager and let them know, this was a rude, you know, your employee was rude to me. I just asked a simple question. I asked them a simple thing or whatever, you know. And not only that, you got the owner, the actual owner, giving me attitude. So who can I go to after that? I mean, I can go to Yelp. I can tell Doordash or Caviar, and that's it. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, I wasn't rude. I wasn't being impatient. I wasn't being nothing. I just went in. I said, I'm from Caviar. This is my order. And he instantly was like, not ready yet. 11:50. You're early. 11:50. You're early. I'm like, what the hell does that even have to do with anything, dude? You know, when I get the order, when you receive the order from Caviar, the restaurant already got that order like 10-15 minutes ago, because they have time. They have to have time to receive it, and then they got to start making it. And then I got to drive there or whatever, bike there or walk there, however transportation you have. And that takes time. So by the time they get it, and by the time I get to the restaurant, if it's not busy, it should be done already. So I'm like, and as soon as I walked in, he was like, he knew who I was, and then he's like, oh, it's not ready, 11:50. And he just popped a damn attitude, and it's like, dude, what is your problem, man? So that already got me in a bad mood. I was having a great day until that. So yeah, I'm like, dude, you know, I get it. Like, you know, this is your business. You know, if the food's not ready, even if the food is not ready yet, I wouldn't have had an issue if you didn't give me, an attitude. Like, I wouldn't have reported you if you didn't give me an attitude. Like, I am a human being, dude. You know, I have my own problems. Believe me, I don't like to talk about my problems. When I go to work, when I clock in for Doordash and Caviar, or whichever one I decide to work for the day, I leave my problems at home. If I have someone calling me and bugging me, I just ignore the phone call. I say, if I can't talk, hey dude, can't talk, dude. I'm working. I'm focused on my job. Any issues or problems that I have, I leave at home. I don't care if my ex-girlfriend is suing me for child support, if my car broke down, if my grandma died, it doesn't matter. Like, life really sucks. I'm not gonna lie. Life sucks. But when you go into work, you need to be professional. You need to be mentally, emotionally, and physically ready to work, ready to serve customers, ready to talk to people, ready to interact with people, ready to smile. I mean, that's it. You know, if you go into work, you're already pissed off. You're telling Caviar, the Caviar delivery drivers, hey, fuck you. Hey, sit down. You're just not ready yet. What does that say about your personality? What does that say about your character? That you really don't care. That you're in business for the wrong reasons. If I had my own restaurant, man, I would be happy. I would be in a good mood every day, helping everybody, you know, smiling. I mean, I would stay at my restaurant the whole day, and I would help everybody, my employees, the customers. I would help. I mean, I would be in a good mood, man. And when you own a restaurant and it's not that busy, you know, you need to be on top of your other employees. The people that work for you, you need to be like, hey, this Caviar, this delivery order needs to be done, you know? So if you own a business, I get it. Like, you have expenses, you have issues, you have problems with your marriage or your child or your daughters calling you an asshole, and that, you know, you're mad at her and she's mad at you, or whatever. Your cat died and your dog died and you're a little upset about it. I get it. Life sucks. But when you come into work, guys, be ready. Like, you know, why are you going to snap an attitude? Like, when I did Uber and Lyft, there were a few days where I was upset. And, you know, Uber and Lyft called me because my emotions rubbed off on other people. Like, that owner of that restaurant was upset and mad and was, you know, your emotions rub off on other people. So once he was pissed off, he kind of pissed me off, and then I got mad, and we started arguing in his own restaurant. Why would you do that? How stupid. And the other customers are sitting there probably thinking, what the hell's going on? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter who's at fault. But when you are the owner of a restaurant and you're arguing with someone, a customer, a potential customer, and they're just waiting for their food, that is extremely unprofessional, childish, and you need to seek therapy, or you just need to take a day off. And not only that, you're teaching your employees to be rude, that it's okay to be rude. Maybe you might verbally tell them, like, hey, don't be rude to the customer. But when they see that, when they see you verbally abusing a customer in front of the whole restaurant, I mean, get me, there's only two tables. But I guarantee you, those two tables are going to rate this restaurant bad. They're going to say, hey, I walked in, I wanted to have my lunch. I got a soap opera with the owner of the restaurant and this other customer. They were arguing about something, this and that. Who wants to go into a restaurant and see that? Who wants that? So not only that I have to report the issue, right? I have to report the issue to Caviar, and I have a lady staring at me because she thinks I'm crazy. So, you know, I'm just a cog in this whole delivery system. We need to work together, you know. Caviar or Doordash, they give you the order. As soon as you get the order, you need to make it right away. If it's busy, okay, I understand. Like, I'm gonna be understanding. I'm a very understanding guy. Like, I understand, I get it. But when it's slow, I'm sorry, but there's no excuse for that. I'm sorry, there's no excuse for that. There's no excuse for that, seriously. And then not only that, Caviar or Doordash, they need to either call me and ask me what's the issue or what's the problem, and they need to work with me. Like, one of the representatives was like, oh, I'm from San Francisco, I can't help you. And I'm like, I've always come to you guys when I had an issue. I've never heard this. And I think he got scared. And he ended up calling the restaurant finally. I ended up contacting Caviar support again. I got another guy. He was very understanding. He said he would report the issue. He would report the issue to operations, Caviar operations. He said he would escalate the issue or the problem that I had, and they're going to report it, and they're going to call the restaurant and sit and talk to them. Say, hey, you're not supposed to treat people like this. You're not supposed to, you know. He took the issue, and he basically contacted management or whatever they had to do. And I had to report the other Caviar representative. I had to report him because he didn't want to help me. And I told him, I said, is there any way to report this problem? And he said, I don't mean to be rude, but we're done here, and that I have to help other people now. He closed the chat out. So that instantly pissed me off. So when I got back on the Caviar on the chat, this other guy helped me out, and he was very professional. So if you do this, Caviar, Doordash, remember that, you know, there are issues that are going to come up, but to protect your ass and you know, to help protect your ratings and all that, and to protect your account, you need to report any kind of issues. It doesn't matter how small, how big. And remember, if the restaurant gets mad, you need to tell them, this is my job. I have to report any issues that come up. You know, oh, is that an issue? Oh, because the order wasn't ready? I mean, yeah. Sorry, I was choking. So yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous, man. You know, if the order's not ready, that's fine. But I mean, you gotta learn how to treat people, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a bad mood. Alright, looks like I'm crying, but I'm actually not. I'm just my throat's dry right now. But yeah, guys, learn how to treat people. You know, if you have issues at home, don't take that to work, man, because that's ridiculous. You know? But yeah, guys, that's all I have to say. This was just kind of a random video. I don't know if this is going to be even a good video or not, but I have to report this kind of stuff, man. If a merchant ever gives you issues, you need to report them right away. Whether they're being slow or rude or anything, man. You have to stand up for yourself. You know, it doesn't matter if the food's not ready. It doesn't matter if the owner's having a bad day. You need to report it so that you can get them in trouble. Because if we're late, we get in trouble, right? So we need to protect our asses, and we need to report the merchant. If there's any issues, report them right away. And don't be scared. Stand up to them. Say, hey, look, I'm doing my job, dude. You know, what can they do about it? Say, you're being too slow, you're being rude. I got to report it. That's it. Done deal, you know? We got to work together, guys. I mean, seriously, we're a team. We're supposed to work together. Okay, guys, that's it. That's all I got to say. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And guys, we'll see you next time. All right, bye.